Hello, welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Haley Wilgus is off tonight. Our top story, the national spotlight is on Sarasota as thousands of young rowers from all over the country compete in the U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships at Nathan Benderson Park. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from there with a look at how this event is helping organizers prepare for the upcoming World Rowing Championships in September. Jess?
Good evening, Scott. Can you believe it? We're just shy of 100 days away from the 2017 World Rowing Championships, an event that's expected to bring 40,000 people here to the Suncoast. Happening this weekend is the Youth Rowing Championships, and while it's an event of a much smaller size and scale, organizers are calling it a test run. This weekend, 1,700 young rowers from 48 states are hitting the waters, competing for the national title. With them come 15,000 family members and friends who are expected to have a $6 million economic impact on the Suncoast community.
This is a test event for certain aspects of the World Rowing Championships.
The staff who will be there in September is there now, figuring out the most efficient ways to run everything, from ticketing and parking to competition on the water and boat racking.
We're really excited to be able to see what we need to be able to change and what works and what doesn't.
In preparation, this weekend marks the grand opening of the long-awaited Lookout Tower at Nathan Benderson Park.
I think once we're able to showcase this to the public, you're going to see that this is really a great aspect that we brought to the park here, and we're really fortunate to have it.
The World Rowing Championships are expected to bring 40,000 people to the Suncoast, while millions of others watch live around the world.
It is the event in the world of rowing in the off years of the Olympics. So everyone that you just watched in Rio this past summer are going to be right here in our backyard.
$60,000 worth of tickets were already sold for September's 9-day event. Hotels are being booked from Venice to Anna Maria Island.
We blocked about 42,000 room nights for the event, so that is about 42 hotels as a whole.
Some work still needs to be done before the park will be fully prepared to host the World Championships. For example, new cell towers and fibers for television streaming will be installed. But this weekend's event will be the ultimate test to see exactly what else could be needed before September. Traffic has been running smoothly here today. People have been parking here at Nathan Benderson Park for $5. I'm told there are quite a few concerns about what traffic will be like for the World Rowing Championships. The organizers say not to worry, that it'll be just like it is when it's season here in Florida. And people will not be allowed to park here at the park during the World Rowing Championships. They'll actually be parking across the street at the mall in the grassy lot over that way. Live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. A popular pass with boaters that connects Sarasota Bay to the Gulf of Mexico will soon be closed. Beginning Monday, June 12th and ending Friday, June 16th, New Pass will be closed as the Coast Guard works to remove navigational markers. The move comes after the Coast Guard found the channel was unsafe due to shoaling, an impact that was intensified following the impacts of the 2016 hurricane season. Now the Coast Guard says they can no longer safely mark the best water in the channel for travel. Aids to navigation will not be returned until those conditions improve. Time now to get a check on our weather on this Friday evening. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. A lot more sun today, Bob.
Yeah, a lot more sun, and that pass, unfortunately, is a pretty heavily traveled pass, too, so keep an eye on that. Van Wezel webcam showing Sarasota Bay. Calmer conditions out there on the waters today, and it will be okay tomorrow. Again, seas running right around 2 feet or so. Lots more sunshine today. Beautiful out there for area beaches after a few days of rough weather. Things have calmed down considerably, and looks like it'll stay that way through this evening. That heavy moisture that brought us the much-needed rainfall is down to our south, but you'll notice the last few frames here, it all kind of drifts off to the north. This is going to come back as a warm front throughout the weekend, bringing with it increase in moisture. The humidity will come up, and looks like we may see even a few more storms around. Not seeing much rainfall right now. Things are quiet here. A few inland showers are possible through this evening, and you can see that rain down south into Fort Myers. Not a lot going on here. Again, this appears to be a fire right there in eastern portions of Sarasota County. We'll keep an eye on that for you, but all in all, fairly quiet conditions up and down the coast. Currently, we have sunshine and 85 degrees. It's nice out there, a west wind, and the pressure is slowly rising. More on the forecast in a bit. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Thousands of Suncoast drivers pass by the old Sarasota High School building on US 41 each day, many wondering what's going on there. The historic building was supposed to open as a museum a year ago. It has had an exterior makeover, but work was delayed due to an expanded plan. Ringling College of Art and Design acquired 2 smaller buildings adjacent to the main building, which caused Ringling to pause operations in order to redesign the entire project.
Now we had spaces that we could put into this other building that would not be taking up all the space within the high school itself. We wanted to make certain we had the absolute best design for this museum and for continuing ed.
According to Ringling officials, construction work on the interior of the buildings will resume later this summer. A whirlwind 3-day special session is ending after the Florida legislature approved a last-minute deal to boost money for public schools and money to repair the dike that surrounds Lake Okeechobee. Lawmakers approving 2 budget-related bills. It would also set aside more money to economic development programs that were championed by Governor Rick Scott. Lawmakers also passed a bill that puts in place rules for medical marijuana, which was approved by voters last November. The special session nearly collapsed after Senate leaders insisted on winning approval for money for university projects that Scott had vetoed last week. This final deal includes $60 million for 17 university projects and also boosts spending to increase per student funding by $100 for the state's nearly 3 million school children. A bicycle thief is on the loose, and Sarasota police are asking for your help to find him. 6 bicycles are missing from 3 downtown Sarasota area condo buildings, and police believe one man is responsible for all of those thefts. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from one of the buildings hit in this string of bike thefts. Erica?
Good evening. That suspect was caught on camera several times between April and May, and that thief must have had some expensive taste targeting the 2 buildings behind me and one other in downtown Sarasota, all 3 considered luxury condo buildings.
These guys are bold. You know, they could get caught pretty easily, I would have thought.
Sarasota police have a good picture of the downtown bicycle bandit.
And it's easier to get away because there's so many streets and side streets that you can duck down if you've done something.
Jim Olson isn't too surprised to learn of the bicycle bandit's recent targets. Police were contacted on 4 separate occasions for the bike thefts between April 22nd and May 27th. Several of the crimes caught on surveillance camera taking place at the Embassy House, Essex House, and Revo at Ringling, all considered luxury condo buildings.
There's people here that have nice things and have money, and that's where you go.
Olson believes 2 of the buildings were easy targets as they sit on the border of downtown Sarasota. But the suspect took a creative approach for his scheme, carrying the bikes down steps, breaking into storage units, and cutting locks on the men and women's bikes. Peter Daly thinks those impacted may have been naive to falling victim to this crime.
I don't think it's a major story crime in Sarasota.
But police say anyone can become the next victim. Officers suggest investing in a high-quality lock and registering your bicycle to the police department so stolen bicycles can be returned if recovered. Daly believes his building off Main Street keeps bicycles secure and recommends other renters and homeowners follow the same plan as his neighbors.
They all lock the bicycles up. They keep them off the ground floor, as far as I know, and they keep them together.
We checked in with Sarasota PD just a few hours ago, and they say the suspect still remains at large. If you believe you are a victim of this theft, or if you have any information, you should contact Crime Stoppers at 941-366-TIPS. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, I'm Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Oscar winner Roman Polanski pleads for an end to his sexual assault trial after the release of sealed testimony. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back. He'll look ahead to our weekend forecast. And then we know that babies in the womb can hear us, but they may be able to do even more than that. What babies see before they're born. That's next in Health Smart.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
There is nothing better than a lounge chair and a good beach read. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Bookstore One in Sarasota brings us the best summer paperbacks to throw in your pool bag. Bo Beth dreams of being a singer. Music Compound will give her voice lessons to show how anyone can learn. Plus, we ask Dr. Jenny about the Southeast Cannabis Conference, and Fins at Sharky's is in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our finish upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our finish upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The victim of celebrity filmmaker Roman Polanski appearing in a Los Angeles courtroom today to make a plea. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest.
40 years after film director Roman Polanski pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl, his victim was in a Los Angeles courtroom testifying in his favor.
I never asked anybody to put him in prison for one day, and this was all about Judge Rittensman's ego.
Samantha Geimer told a judge Polanski, who's been a fugitive in Europe since 1978, has served his time, asking that the case be dropped.
He owes me nothing, and he owes the state of California nothing except to show up here eventually, I think.
The Academy Award-winning director of The Pianist, who was also nominated for Chinatown and Rosemary's Baby, admitted to drugging and raping Geimer in 1977. He served 42 days in prison before fleeing to France the night before his formal sentencing. He's lived in Europe ever since, despite multiple efforts to extradite him back to the U.S. Geimer says Polanski eventually apologized.
But it meant a lot to my mother.
But adds she wants the case dismissed so she can move on with her life. But the deputy district attorney argued the request should be rejected unless new facts are uncovered, calling the crimes Polanski committed, quote, as serious as this court ever sees.
The judge says he will consider both sides in this case, including a claim from Polanski's attorney that there was misconduct in his case, and will issue a written ruling. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, weekend is here, Bob, and boy, today was just glorious.
Haley took a nice day off, right?
She sure did.
Enjoying the beach, I'm sure. A beautiful day today. Finally, some sunshine sky and boating weather. Looks to be pretty good, too, this evening. If you're going for a sunset cruise, it should not be all that bad out there. In fact, really quite nice. Anna Maria webcam looking over at Bimini Bay. Ed Goff providing this camera and this webcam showing fair skies and calm conditions over the waters as a result of a little area of high pressure that continues to dominate our weather at the surface anyway. And we'll see that through the weekend. Although, look at all this down here. All this moisture just kind of bottled up down to our south now. That is what we had just a couple of days ago, which brought us all that much needed rainfall, which got us out of the fire danger and helped out a little bit with our drought too. The drought numbers have come down. You can see this, so the general drift is off to the north with the last few frames. You see that all coming back this way. Now, the story is we're going to see an increase in chance of rainfall over the weekend, more so on Sunday than Saturday. There's still a lot of dry air in place in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. It's going to take a while for that to eventually kick out of here. So I would suspect that tomorrow should be pretty decent. We'll have partly cloudy skies, a good chance for showers and storms developing along the sea breeze front in the afternoon. And that will move off basically to the east. They'll be slow movers, so some areas could get some very heavy rainfall. Like we're seeing right now down south of Fort Myers. Some big storms there along Alligator Alley and stretching off to the northeast and heading off into the Atlantic. Now, the enhanced satellite imagery, again, showing that moisture plume returning across much of the Straits of Florida and over South Florida as well. Evening planner looks to be pretty nice. A few clouds around. So if you have any plans this evening outdoors, should not be a problem. 72 by 11 o'clock tonight, at least at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. Sarasota, Bradenton, and Venice all reporting sunshine. Just a few clouds there in Venice and a bit cooler right on the water. Sarasota Bradenton Airport now at dew point 68. Humidity pretty nice, 57%. We have a barometer 29.89 inches, and that is on the rise slowly at this time. Now, the hourly forecast for Saturday, although this model is depicting showers and storms throughout the day, I don't think we're going to see that kind of activity. This particular model, again, a little overdone. We will see showers and storms as a chance. We could see a few isolated cells along the coast in the morning, but as I mentioned, most of the action will be inland in the afternoon, pushing off toward the east coast. This model depicting that tonight, a few showers along the coast in the morning, and then notice what happens, showers and storms developing and heading off toward the east coast in the late afternoon and evening tomorrow. Rain chance at 40%, but there'll be plenty of moisture in place and the humidity will stay high, so it will be kind of warm and a muggy weekend. It will return, and you'll see all this cloudiness out here even on Sunday, showers and storms developing along the sea breeze front. Well, we're really into this afternoon and evening pattern too, it looks like, right through all of next week. And the dry air I mentioned is still in place around here. You can see this little push of moisture coming back to the north, but with this in place right here, the rain chance tomorrow at 40%. For boaters, it looks to be pretty good. Southeast winds turn to the southwest at 5 to 10, and a light chop out there. Low tide upcoming at 8:46. Sunset at 8:24. Tonight, partly cloudy, a slight chance for some overnight showers. 74 for your low. 40% chance for scattered storms tomorrow. 88. We'll see increasing clouds in the afternoon. We'll start off partly cloudy, and then the 7-day forecast calling for a good chance for showers and storms. Those are mainly afternoon and evening storms, Scott, and some of that rain could be heavy as the atmosphere will be pretty moist throughout all of next week. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. It's Suncoast Traffic Watch. No crashes in the area, but we're seeing some delays on I-75 in the northbound lanes. This is right near University Parkway. And then also drivers on Fruitville Road near US 41 in Sarasota also seeing some slowdowns in that area. And when there's a bad crash or traffic issue on the Suncoast, you can find out about it instantly. All you have to do is download our My Suncoast app. You'll get traffic alerts, important news updates, and weather forecasts delivered directly to your phone. A new report is out that shows how Zika has affected Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories where the outbreak was widespread. Zika birth defects were about the same in those areas as in other places hit by the epidemic. About 1 in 20 women infected with Zika had babies with birth defects in U.S. territories. That's similar to what was seen in the rest of the U.S., Latin America, and the Caribbean. Previous studies have shown babies respond to noises while in the womb, and now we're finding out they may be able to see faces in a way. A study published in Current Biology involving 34-week-old fetuses found that they were 4 times more likely to focus on a pattern of lights that resembled a human face than onto the same lights configured to look nothing like a face. The babies moved their heads more to try to track the stimuli that were face-like. Researchers point out this doesn't mean babies can see their parents' faces, though, before birth. Well, you probably don't want to hear this, but here's a reason you shouldn't sleep in much this weekend. University of Arizona researchers discovered that for every additional hour people reported sleeping in on weekends compared to the weekdays, their risk of heart disease increased by 11%. The results held true even after researchers adjusted for sleep length and insomnia, which have both been linked to heart issues. This most likely happens because your circadian rhythm gets thrown off, which affects insulin secretion, fat accumulation, and in turn, heart disease risk. But scientists do give the okay to sleeping in just an hour, since that isn't likely to throw off your body rhythms too much. So what happened to the passenger of this hot air balloon? The accident that was caught on camera. And then always pay attention. The accident could have been avoided had this woman not been looking at her phone.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Save big during the summer leather clearance and pay no interest till June 2018 with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase deep-seating leather match sofa now $599. It's like floating on a cloud with this leather match sofa at $699. Or put your feet up in style with comfort in this dual reclining leather match sofa only $799. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellenton.
And save big.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
2 jet skiers are rescued after spending nearly 12 hours stranded in a Florida swamp. The pair were reported missing after they didn't return from an evening ride. Volusia County Sheriff's deputies spent the evening searching for the men. The pair were finally found by an air rescue unit the next morning. They had spent the night floating in the marshes on these watercraft and were treated for minor injuries, including a barb from a stingray. Wasn't a completely happy ending, though. After the rescue, one of the men was arrested for 2 outstanding warrants. Well, we all know the dangers of texting and driving, but walking and texting can be just as dangerous. This woman learned that lesson the hard way after she fell 6 feet through a sidewalk access door while distracted by her cell phone. And there she goes. She was rescued by the fire division from that hole, rushed her to the hospital. She did have some serious injuries. The access doors were open due to the repair of gas lines in that area. Well, a nice day sailing through the skies on a hot air balloon turned to a disaster when a gust of wind caused 2 balloons to bump into each other during launch. Crowds of people watched horrified as the 2 collided, one of the baskets hitting the ground hard and throwing one of the passengers out. The man was dangling over the side and hanging on by his feet as the basket hit the ground again and threw him out. His injuries were not life-threatening. The balloon flying off then without anyone inside of it. Well, don't mess with mom. This North Carolina mom has guts, showing no fear as she grabs a 5-foot-long snake that had somehow slithered into her living room, using only a pillowcase to capture the black snake and then posting the video on the internet. It's not a surprise. It's caught a lot of people's attention and earned her a lot of respect. She did take it outside, though, and let it go. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the fallout over former FBI Director James Comey's testimony Before a Senate committee continues, a Suncoast congressman's response to that testimony coming up next.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live in the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.